One of the first things a new witch should do is begin to assemble their ancestral shrine. As with many animistic traditions, witchcraft is heavily concerned with ancestry. There are many reasons for this. In life, most people try not to think about their inevitable death. They go through each day as if they will continue to live forever. For many people, this is the main reason they lack drive and success in life. In our tradition, we are always reminded of the preciousness and brevity of life, as well as the eternity of death. For this very reason, most animistic traditions center around ancestral reverence and a household shrine devoted to family ancestors. But who are the ancestors? They are not only our immediate deceased family. They are every human being in our extended genetic lineage, most of whom we will never know. When we think of ourselves as the living representatives of our unique line of descent, we realize what a privilege and responsibility it truly is, and we are reminded that we won't always be in the lead. We may consider our ancestry as a wave of forward momentum from the ancient past. In life, we are riding the edge of that wave into the future. If we navigate the proverbial waters with skill, then we control the fate of our entire lineage. However, if we allow ourselves to simply drift in the tidal current, then we take no responsibility for our own fate, and we dishonor the ancestral lineage. Animists perceive the dead as living beings, both individuals and a collective. We may talk about a deceased grandfather as an individual, but we cannot know who our distant ancestors really were. Therefore, the farther back we go into our lineage, the less we deal with individuals and the more we perceive the ancestral collective, a sort of spirit of spirits. In all animistic traditions, the living want to please the dead, just as a child wants to please a parent. Think of the ancestors as people with potentially unfinished business. We hope to live in a way that satisfies the ancestors that they are remembered and their line of descent is in good hands. By honoring the ancestors, we become more aware of who they were and who we are. This affords them the opportunity to have a subtle hand in the world of the living, while we, the living, may draw on their strength, wisdom, and experience. In witchcraft, the dead are not dead. They are present in our lives, and we enjoy a mutual exchange between life and death that reminds us that we someday will join the dead, and perhaps pass the torch to the next generation. Wouldn't it be nice if they remembered and honored who came before them? In the past, when generations of families were buried together in a village, witches would spend a great deal of time speaking with the ancestors in the local graveyard and perhaps conducting divination rituals to communicate with them, hence the association of witchcraft and all things macabre. Fortunately, it is not necessary to physically visit the ancestors in order to communicate with them. This is more easily accomplished by the household shrine. An ancestral shrine can be a simple or elaborate affair, from a bookshelf or table to a dedicated room or corner of a room. The altar should have reminders of the ancestors we may have known, as well as reminders of those we cannot know. In the latter case, cultural and ethnic symbols or tokens honor the deep ancestry. Pictures, heirlooms, and cultural artifacts may adorn the shrine. Each day, a fresh token of appreciation should be made. This may be fresh flowers or herbs or tobacco or an alcoholic drink, depending on the customs of your culture or cultures. Clean the shrine daily and maintain it over time. Use it to speak to the ancestors and contemplate your existence in the present, as well as the things you feel compelled to accomplish in your day, year, and lifetime. In this way, the ancestral shrine reminds us to seize the day, rather than let idle time pass by. The ancestral shrine takes on particular significance when a family member dies. Add tokens of deceased members to your shrine regardless of your personal feelings for them. because they must ultimately be accounted for and face the acceptance or judgment of your collective ancestry.